fucking David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. Fuck me. Alright, this episode's pretty much just for Australians, but fuck me. The State of Origin tonight, Game 3, was fucking probably the best game of fucking rugby I've ever seen in my entire life. I can't remember a fucking better game. Maybe North Queensland versus Brisbane grand final. I forget when it was, like 2017 or 18 or something. No, it was 2015. After the siren, Jonathan Thurston kicks for goal from the sideline. It curls back, hits the post. We go into overtime. Kick off. Ben Hunt drops the ball. Fucking 4 tackles later, Jonathan Thurston, field goal. They win the grand final. That was an epic of all epics. But fucking today, Queensland versus New South Wales, it was just fucking incredible for 80 fucking minutes. The fucking brutality. This is rugby league I'm talking about. The hardest fucking sport on earth. Except for like MMA. And that Russian version of basketball where they fucking don't even bounce it and they just fucking throw haymakers at each other. That doesn't look exciting either, but still I would probably prefer playing that than fucking stepping 1 foot onto the fucking field during State of Origin. So State of Origin in rugby league, there's 2 rugbies. There's rugby union. That's the one most people know. England play it, fucking New Zealand, Australia, South Africa, Ireland, Wales, fucking France even throw a few fucking frogs at it. Who else? Argentina? Yeah, Argentina have a pretty good team too. So that's more the worldwide rugby. That's the one most people think of. But there's another one. It's played mainly between Australia, New Zealand, fucking England, throw a side in there as well. I don't know who plays it in England. It must be the real fucking lower class. The real poor cunts out in the estates. Actually, thinking about it, that's who plays it in Australia as well. The real fucking poor cunts. Because no one wants to play fucking rugby league. You just get slammed and there's nowhere to hide. It's like old school warfare back in the like fucking American Civil War before that with the English where they would just stand in a line. Like the French would stand in a line, the English would stand in a line, and they would just shoot at each other. That's pretty much rugby league. Except instead of bullets, you have fucking 140 kilogram Samoans and Tongans fucking trying to run through you. No thank you. You have to be so fucking tough to play rugby league. Anyway, the State of Origin is New South Wales versus Queensland. Back in the day, I'm just riffing this. I don't even know if this is true, but back in the day, New South Wales or Sydney was the epicenter of rugby league. And they would get all the players from Queensland to come down and play league in Sydney as well. And over the years, there was a lot of shit talking in pubs. There was a lot of fucking brawls. Who's got the better players, Queensland or New South Wales? Melbourne, Victoria doesn't play fucking rugby league. We play AFL. The other states in Australia don't really either. It's mainly just fucking New South Wales and Queensland. So, yeah, back in the fucking early 80s, I think it was, or late 70s, they're like, all right, let's see who has the best fucking players, New South Wales or Queensland. So they got all the best players from each state, and it was meant to be like a showcase. Like, it wasn't meant to be taken that seriously, but I think it was the first fucking game. Arthur Beetson, he's like one of the greatest rugby league players of all time. He was a Queenslander. He fucking ran in and floored his club teammate, his friend, Mick Cronin, I think it was. He just comes in and throws a fucking full haymaker, knocks him out. And pretty much State of Origin was born then because Queenslanders are a little bit like, they're fucking like Queenslanders first and then they're Australian. A little bit like the Tamils in India and maybe like the Texans in fucking the US. They're more proud of being Queenslanders than they are Australian. Anyway, the fucking rivalry has been going on for fucking years now. I think 30, 40 years, however long. And I started watching it when I was a kid. I would call it the fucking golden years For Queensland, you had Alan Langer, Mel Meninga, fucking Renouf, Kevin Walters. You had Willie Kahn, fucking Dale Shearer. Fuck, I love Dale Shearer. He was one of my favourite. Alan Langer was my favourite player. Then probably Mel Meninga. So I just fucking loved the Queensland team. New South Wales had some fucking legends back then as well. Fucking Laurie Daly, Harrigan, Fittler, some other cunts I don't give a shit about. So I was always a Queensland dude. Even though I have more ties to New South Wales, I always fucking love Queensland. So tonight, I haven't really been paying attention to State of Origin for fucking quite a few years. Living in Melbourne, it's not as big a deal. And then life just gets in the way. So I didn't even watch the first 2 games of the series. Queensland won the first, then got smashed the second, and were fucking massive underdogs tonight. They lost their best player, Cameron Munster, and some other cunt to COVID. They have a real young fucking team and just not as good as New South Wales. New South Wales have a fucking great team, just talent fucking everywhere. So they were massive fucking underdogs. But the fucking Queensland Spirit, I wasn't even going to watch it either. I put the kids to bed and I was like, I'm going to do a Boyle Breaks history. I'm going to sink my teeth into a little bit of the stolen generation and I'll fucking record the potty. And just before I did that, I was like, fucking, I'll just chuck it on the Origin, see what's going on there, see what the scores are. And in the first fucking, 3 minutes, there was 4 concussions. Queensland lost fucking 2 of their players for the rest of the game in the first 2 minutes. I think New South Wales lost 1. And then some other cunt got concussed. I'm like, this is fucking hectic. And from the first couple of minutes to the very fucking last second, it was unbelievable. It was just the best fucking rugby league I've seen. I don't even know most of the players now, but fucking hell. True fucking warriors out there today. So Queensland ended up fucking winning. Ben Hunt, if you remember earlier, how I was telling you about that fucking game, that is the only game I can remember being as good as this one. The guy who dropped the ball in overtime, well, that same cunt fucking took, I don't even know how to describe it. I think it was Nathan Cleary went to kick it through the line and fucking Ben Hunt snapped it up, caught it somehow, and ran the length of the fucking field to score a try. Game over. There was a minute left. The difference between New South Wales and Queensland, that's part of the Origin fucking myth as well. Queensland, except for the last 15, 20 years, have, most of the time, have the less talented players. But they find a way to win, at least in the early days. There was a period there for about 15 years where they had 5 of the fucking greatest players of all time playing at the same time. Even more. Lockyer was there as well. Thurston, Lockyer, Smith, Billy Slater, Greg Inglis, Cronk coming off the bench. Jesus fucking Christ, that's just the back line as well. Anyway, Queensland just care more. So a lot of the time they just win on heart. Even if New South Wales have a better side, somehow Queensland figure it out and fucking end up winning. Like they did tonight. There's no reason they should have fucking won tonight. But they fucking ballsed it out, and what a fucking game. Even New South Wales were unbelievable tonight as well. They were just under fucking attack the whole time, and they were only 4 points down for fucking most of the game. They were in it till the last fucking minute. Anyway, I haven't been that fucking excited about league or footy or anything like that since fucking Buddy Franklin kicked his 1,000th goal earlier in the year. So, it hasn't been that long. But fucking what a great game of football. Congratulations to the fucking Queenslanders out there. New South Wales, fucking rough time. Anyway, that'll do for tonight. If you're enjoying the podcast, give it a share around, and I'll see you the fuck later.